It's April 30th, 2024. It is 10:53 in the morning. Last night, I had the bright idea of applying for an anime convention. That starts June 15th. But there's a small problem. I don't have any art. I'm excited, but again, the application just went through yesterday. Now, this doesn't mean I'm in the convention just yet, however, I better prepare myself. On the off chance my application is accepted, it's time I put pen to paper now. Or, pen to monitor. Because I'm a digital artist. Same thing, you know what I mean. And what happens if they deny my application? Hey, at least I got some sick artwork done. That's all that matters at that point. Now, if they accept my application, this will be my first time vending at an artist alley. And there still seems to be some slots still open for this convention, so there's probably a good chance of me getting in. Let me in, please? I wonder if they're gonna deny my application though because I gave them my Instagram as my website. Do they care if I don't have an actual website? And my Instagram has more 3D art than 2D art. I suppose there's no point in worrying about it. I've already gotten started. Hopefully all goes well. We'll see what happens. First, I got started with Kazuya from Tekken. The other artwork you saw just a moment ago was Morgan from Darkstalkers. They're cool fighting games. You should check them out. I took a break from that one to focus on Kazuya first. And great news! Just a few days later, I got accepted into the convention. When I saw the acceptance email, I knew it was time for me to lock in. There was no turning back now. Look at me, already off to a great start. I got back to working on Kazuya after working my day job. And took a little break later that night. I was feeling myself. Needed a little monster hunter in my life. Oh, I gotta heal. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I never lose. Oh, he's calling down the meteor. After playing Monster Hunter World with the boys, I got started working on Yami-Yugi. Had a lot of fun ideas I wanted to draw, and things were looking up. I just needed to put in the work. It's May 5th. It's been 4 or 5 days since I started. Working on Yami-Yugi right now. And yeah, I severely underestimated the amount of work I have to do within the next month. Hopefully things work out for the best, but I got a lot of work on my plate. I suppose I kinda like the challenge though. It reminds me of when I was in school. Having to meet deadlines, sleepless nights. There's something nostalgic about it. I still have to finish the sketches and lineup for Morgan and Kazuya. I'm planning to get all the artwork done by the 20th, so I have about 15 days. And I have to come up with 5 different pieces of art besides the 3 that I'm currently on. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. But in order to have something you've never had before, you gotta be willing to do something you've never done before. You never know until you try. I had 3 more ideas. What if I did a piece with Anya from Spy Family and Totoro from My Neighbor Totoro, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from Dragon Ball GT, and Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edgerunners? I thought those would be fun pieces. I did some quick rough sketches for those, but quickly shifted my focus to wrapping up the sketch for Yami-Yugi. A day passed and I decided to start fleshing out the sketch for the Anya Totoro piece. I have this weird feeling that people who are fans of Studio Ghibli like Spy Family 2, so I thought Anya Totoro fan art would be kind of cute. For this piece, I imagined, what if Totoro and Anya were friends? What would that look like? So I came up with this. I think putting Anya's head caps on Totoro's ears was the cherry on top for this piece. What do you guys think? Another day passed and I started working on Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta again. I changed the pose from the initial sketch so I can show him doing a Big Bang Kamehameha. It's an iconic move, I couldn't help myself. Unfortunately, I ended up dropping the idea to make Rebecca, but maybe I'll revisit the idea at a later date. But for now, let's go watch some movies. I'm beat. This is a little snippet of me watching the movie 187. It's got Samuel L. Jackson in it. You gotta watch it. It's a fantastic movie. Honestly, it might be one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It's that good. But yeah, I didn't really do that much art that weekend. I got started on this manga print, and then I ended up watching another movie. If you can tell me where this still is from, bonus points to you. There's something about cityscapes. They're nice to look at, you know? So, I kind of forgot to record a whole bunch of footage for the creation process for Maka. As I was working on her, I was like, oh shit, forgot to record. But who could blame me? I was in the zone. A trance-like state, if you will. I drifted from Maka to Cloud, and in this endless sea of work I had to do, I had no time to think, just do. Every day I woke up, and every day I did art. And so came the 16th of May. I was 5 days out from the deadline I set myself, and I was really starting to get exhausted. I mean, listen to me sigh. Listen. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. That same day, I realized I wasn't using the correct template for printing my art, so I had to go back to every artwork that I worked on thus far and fix them. That cost me some time. But it's all good. I ended up knocking out the line art for Gogeta though. I decided to finish this piece first because for some reason, I wasn't feeling it. At least not as much as the others. It was stuck in this ugly phase. But the more time I spent working on it, the more I started to figure some things out. However, that's the problem in my case. I was spending time. I know I can spend a whole bunch of time to get art looking the way I want it to look, but I don't have time. I have deadlines, and I didn't meet the deadline I set for myself. May 20th. It was already here, and the horror of deadline snuck up behind me when I least expected it. I had to fight. I sacrificed my gym time, I pulled all-nighters, I drank loads of coffee, I was in one of the worst health states of my entire life. I was constantly sleep deprived, I yearned for rest, but I equally yearned to win. And then I wondered, is this what an artist is supposed to feel? Is this what happens when you sacrifice everything for your desire? I'm sure everyone is familiar with a famous artist, musician, or scientist that died young due to health complications. My first assumption is always, they died for their craft. They died for the thing that they sought most. Is this what they felt? Did they burn their life energy in fear of losing? Am I going down the wrong path? Am I going down the right path? Am I going to make it to my goal? I felt like I was losing the plot. Why did I sacrifice everything just for this? But then I realized there's a quote people like to say, and I don't think I've ever truly understood it until now. It's not the destination, it's the journey. The real art wasn't the art that I sought to finish. The real art was the steps I took to get there. That was the art. The destination was the journey. And it was a lot of fun. Once I realized that, my whole demeanor changed. No longer did I stress about the deadline. The deadline was my bitch! I'm enjoying the time I spent to make this art. Ain't nothing gonna take that away from me. Whatever it is you set out to do in life, embrace the journey. Now let's embrace mine together. Now there's one character I've been wanting to draw, but I'm not sure if I should. Do you remember this character? Well, her name's Taiga. She's a character of mine. For a few years, she's gone through many design iterations. I've even made a couple of 3D models of her. She may be the very reason I picked up the pen to draw 2D art. Oh, if you guys didn't know, I'm a 3D character artist by trade. But whenever it comes to designing my own characters in 3D, I always fall short. Why? Well, I never had a stable concept for my characters. I would waste a lot of time in 3D trying to figure things out, until eventually I bit the bullet and picked up the pen. I want to design my characters more efficiently, especially Taiga, my first real original character, but I've never been able to settle on a single design. She's never been able to reach the finish line, and she probably never will anytime soon. but I wanted to draw her for what she is now. And I wanted to draw her proudly. I kid you not, I put 110% of myself into this piece. It's a simple piece, sure, but made with love and passion. Art is different when you make it entirely for yourself. Yeah, the art I made thus far was because I wanted to make it, but art hits different when it's one of your own characters. Even though the deadline was approaching, I did not care. This is 2024 Tiger we're talking about here. Do your damn job, Nohzro! Until finally, the moment of truth. I finally finished. Here are the results. Finally, I can finally lap some Slayer.
Notes of excessive stress. Allow me to repay.
While waiting for my prince, I had to pick up a table to test my table display, a tablecloth, a table runner, a money pouch, a card reader, product storage to put my products in, and then I had to make a card website to link to my socials, business cards, I had to pick up a sales tax permit, and yeah, there was a lot I had to do before I actually did the deed. But thankfully, I had everything I needed. And then the prince came in.
Peanuts. Packing peanuts. So sick. Oh man. I'm so excited. Oh, I didn't know there were a lot of these, but these are originals. Oh, I set the Tiger original. I got a lot of these short 5x7s. Wow. Damn, that boy thick. That boy thick, bro. I'm satisfied with my purchase. Bruh, I got so excited. Now I gotta put this back in the box.
And not soon after, it was time for the show. So now you might be wondering, how was the con? Well, the con was great. You know you had a good time when even work feels fun. I have stories to tell too. Some attendees came by my table. Some talked about fighting games, some talked about anime. One attendee even chatted about my OC Tiger for a bit. He was a bit curious who it was. A little Anya cosplayer came by my table and was handing out Anya stickers. I gave her a mini Anya print as a thank you for the sticker. Some artists came by my table and we talked about art, cons, goals. It was super fun to chat with them. We even exchanged socials. Oh, the craziest thing happened. The voice actress for Tia Gardner came by my table and asked about my Yu-Gi-Oh print. Tia Gardner. Legit, her voice was my childhood. That's the first time I think I've ever had a conversation with a celebrity. She asked if I do commissions, but sadly at the moment I'm not taking any. Should I do commissions in the future? That might be something to sleep on. But here's the real question. How really did the convention go? Well, it went horribly. I didn't make table back, and to be honest, I think a lot of people who were selling at the convention didn't either. Even if they did, a lot of them didn't make a decent profit. There are a whole bunch of reasons for this. It was Father's Day weekend, it was Pride weekend, Fan Expo Boston was the same weekend. Yeah, it's pretty obvious why things didn't work out. But despite all those factors, all of those obstacles, I made 11 sales. 11 freaking sales. You know what that means, buddy? I'm hot shit, baby. Whoa. No, but in all seriousness, that's more than enough proof to me that people out there like what I make. I may have lost the convention, but I won the journey. And it was so damn fun. So, if you noticed, this video was posted in October. Con was in June. What am I up to now? Sit down, Junior. Let me give you the tea about what's been going on these past few months. Well, first things first, I got laid off. Literally 3 days after the con, the higher-ups told me I was getting laid off in a little over a month. If you guys know anything about the video game industry, the industry is in a bit of a rough patch right now. I don't know, man. The video game industry is allergic to job stability. Oh, also my phone bricked, so I lost a lot of the footage I wanted to put in this video. Oh, and my grandma died. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. My grandma's been dead. Anyways, I've been working hard. Yeah, I'm trying to find another job in the industry. I still love making 3D character models, but in the meantime, I'm doing this little 2D side quest. Well, maybe I can't call it little anymore because I've invested so much into it. So much so that, well, good news. I can look forward to more conventions in the future. That's right, I'm not giving up. And we already have some conventions lined up. Hope to see you guys there. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I've been streaming on Twitch when I can. Swing by and say hi. I make art and play games. Also, I launched my online store. So if you want to pick up any of the prints you've just seen in this video, use code GRAND and get 10% off at checkout. Alright, later. See you guys next time. And take care.